Hey everyone. Well, isn't this a curious case? Yeah, that's a bit of a play on words. Oh, and I'll point out as well before I get into this is at the very least, the unvaccinated can't be blamed. Headline of the National Post: COVID outbreak at Antarctic station among fully vaccinated researchers like a horror movie. Unlike the film The Thing, none of the infected Belgian scientists have been transformed into bloodthirsty beasts. It's reported December 30th, 2021, and it's a repost from The Telegraph by James Crisp. Polar researchers in Antarctica have contracted COVID-19 despite being fully vaccinated and living miles from civilization. Miles? Yeah, that's quite a few miles, right? Two-thirds of the 25 staff based at Belgium's Princess Elizabeth Polar Station have caught the virus, the Le Soir newspaper reported, proving there is no escape from the global pandemic. The outbreak took hold despite all staff passing multiple PCR tests, quarantining, and living in one of the most remote places in the world. The situation has echoes of the plot of John Carpenter's 1982 horror classic, The Thing, which was advertised on posters with the warning, "Man is the warmest place to hide." An alien life form infects workers on an Antarctic station in the cult sci-fi thriller starring Kurt Russell. Unlike the film, none of the infected Belgians have exhibited any severe symptoms, let alone been transformed into bloodthirsty beasts that can only be killed by incineration. All 25 researchers were fully vaccinated and one had a booster shot. Before leaving for the station, they had PCR tests in Belgium 2 hours before flying to South Africa. In Cape Town, they quarantined for 10 days and took another PCR test. A further test was needed when leaving for Antarctica, and a final one 5 days after that. Holy tests and quarantine. One person tested positive 7 days after arriving at the station on December 14. The individual was placed in isolation, but tests revealed 2 others had caught the virus. All 3 left the station on December 23rd, but the virus had continued to spread. It is thought to be the Omicron variant because that is responsible for 99% of infection in South Africa. There are 2 emergency doctors at the station, which will not allow any new arrivals until the virus dissipates. Belgium's Polar Secretariat has now shortened the research season, and the remaining staff will stay at the base until at least January 12th. So anyways, folks, like I say, what the heck is going on there, right? How does that happen? I mean, what was it, 4 or 5 tests, quarantine times? I mean, and you're talking about scientists here, right? So what went wrong there? I don't know. But once again, all of this stuff is just more evidence. I mean, it's stacked big time now, right? I mean, the evidence for these vaccine mandates and these lockdowns, it's all a farce, folks. It's all political and it's all about control. Obviously has nothing to do with science, as can clearly be seen now and has been demonstrated on multiple levels on multiple occasions. The gig's up, folks. It's time to move on and start living normal lives and stop allowing these central planning control freaks to use fear as a mechanism of control. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.